Yes, anyone who's interested in better understanding the universe owes it to themselves to explore base 12 mathematics and become familiar with really what it is. Any mathematician or physicist that is assuming that there's no difference between base 10 and base 12 is making a wrong assumption. It's an uninformed assumption. To assume that someone else has already looked and determined that there's no difference between the bases, again, is a wrong assumption, because nobody has done that. And because if anyone did take a look, they would very quickly discover there is a fundamental difference between the geometry of base 10 and base 12, and it lies in the division of the one. We live in the world of the one, and so it seems when we're counting things, there's no difference. We're simply rearranging the number, but underlying that is the fact that it's always the same amount of whatever it is that we're counting. And so we have to understand that when we look inside of the one, inside of one pencil or rock or a grain of sand, that one is actually made up, talking physically now in terms of the physical qualities of the universe, it's made up of, there's two qualities. There's the energy, the moving energy that creates mass, and we live in the world of massive objects. And then there's the empty space in which that mass is floating. Everything at a quantum level is floating and spinning and moving within empty space. So these are the two qualities of our physical universe. There's the mass and energy, and then there's empty space. And this is the ratio of pi. It's the ratio of the mass and energy to empty space. So when we have an irrational number, say the square root of 2, where we are looking at the distance between two fixed points, our current model is a solid line with a tiny little gap at the end that never gets filled. So we have these two qualities already there, but this is a lopsided model of a, again, solid line, one unit of very small, infinitely getting smaller, but never quite being filled, empty space. And so we know that that empty space actually fills, permeates everything. And so our model needs to reflect that. So that's where the ratio exists. And so the ratio of pi is this energy to empty space, and that balanced, perfect relationship only exists within base 12 mathematics.